wait 5 minutes, drink another one, then you go to bed. In about an hour and a half, you're going to get up, and you're going to pee again. But you have this thing, and as you're peeing, see, it's a guy, it's easy, just let, you know, just, and as I'm going, and if you're not, you know, that good, you sit down and you just don't have to aim, and you just drink as I'm going. So I pee as much as I drink. So when I'm done, so I just keep my eyes closed, and I jump back in bed. And in an hour and a half, or an hour, whoa, I gotta go again, and I drink again. And don't flush the toilet. You're not here to it's just you. And in the morning, look at the junk that came out of you. Look at the side of the film. Remember, this is at night a solvent. In the day, it's a whole different liquid. In the day, look, I'm wasting all my oxygen, all my moisture. At night, I'm laying there. My body's in regeneration, and it can't regenerate unless it's got liquidity. Remember, you can't have a bank account unless it's bloody liquid. If not, it's all locked up. You got no flow. If you're a business person in a bank, liquidity is everything. And your body's the same way if you don't have liquidity. So we talked about, he said about the gold. Anybody who wears jewelry in here is not being smart because it's a fool's, as they say, fool's gold. It's the only fools wear gold, the smart ones drink it. Gold is for conductivity, and that's not gold you're wearing anyways. And the gold they put in your mouth isn't gold, it's only 5% gold. 5%, the rest is copper and nickel. Gold's too soft, it bends like nothing. Silver's too soft, it bends like nothing. Who's got sterling silver wearing in here? Anybody wearing anything sterling silver? What is sterling silver? It's 92.5. And 6.5% nickel, chromium, molybdenum, or one of the other metals that make it hard, and all of them are bloody toxic. Mostly used as nickel. All the people's, anybody got a nickel, anybody got a root, not a root canal, but a cap? Porcelain with a cap? Okay, it's nickel underneath. Not good. When I took my cap off that was nickel, my whole tooth was totally toxic in my gums and everything. And you know, a lot of the foods we eat right now, so you can't use, one more second, we're gonna do that in one more second. You can't use fulvic, humic, and olmic acids or any of these different types of detoxification materials if you've got any jewelry on you. Look, the jewelry that you're wearing, your skin is it's about 5.5 pH. Silver is an alkaloid, okay? So actually, look, let's look at it this way. Your skin is acid, and all the metals that are bad for you, mercury, cadmium, aluminum, lead, arsenic, thallium, stainless, these are all things that will actually go inside. Your body's acid, and if you put alkaline, what does it do? Like the magnets I have in my pocket, I have the north and south together there, they collide together. Okay, so you're trying to stay away from anything externally you're wearing, nothing at all. The only thing you want to wear is a natural material. No metal necklaces. And if you're wearing it around your neck right here, where do you think it's going? It's going right to your thyroid, to your thymus. Nickel poisoning is not smart. We've got enough nickel in the lead, in the fuel. They took the lead out in the 70s and put nickel in. They had to replace it with the lubricity. Let's see, anything else? What's that?
One last burning question, if anyone has one.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you have a simplified list? You said there's 3 tiers, like a simple list so we can put on our countertops with the drink. Well, the first thing you want to do, the scraping and everything is secondary. The first thing you want to do is hydrate yourself. Number one thing to do, food isn't going to fix you. If you think it is, it's a misnomer. It's the liquids that's going to actually make you so you're more liquid. So the liquids is number 1 to do, and then 2 is once you get the liquids where because if you do too many things at one time, especially if you got a lot of baggage inside there, you're going to get sick. That's why I like to feed the body. I mean, has anybody ever done an enema here before? Okay, so enemas are very smart. I'm not telling anybody to do one because it's really not that, that cool to talk about it, especially if you're in the field, because a lot of people actually can damage themselves, and I don't want to say I told you to do it, but this is one of the most beneficial things you could ever do, is to do a sodium bicarbonate enema, aluminum free, tablespoon, work yourself up with a teaspoon,
See how that does on you? Don't move from the toilet more than 5 feet. Just don't. Though, make sure this is very important, like John was saying. You have to have sodium bicarbonate aluminum free. If not, then all you're doing is causing more detriment. You can work up, I use a tablespoon, and you hold it if you can, as long as you can, at least 5 minutes. And then when you sit on the toilet there, you need to sit down and you find your belly button and this bone here called the iliacus, and you bisect the two, and you get in there and you start rubbing this thing back and forth. This is the ileocecal valve on this side, and you're going to push all this material back and just mush it around. This gets a lot of that. Remember that guy holding the tar like this? This loosens all that stuff up. The colon is usually plugged with tar. And what you'll see is, you'll see a lot of mucus come out of you about an hour or two later, and it's most likely it's because your liver's plugged. Okay, I had mucus come out of me for about probably 20 enemas. I don't get it anymore. And it used to come out weird. It's like you go to the bathroom and this big blob of mucus would come out. Whoa, what is that stuff? Okay, and this is the stuff that's clogging you up. It's like glue. So when you do, you can do enema. Beautiful stuff right here with an enema. Blue-green algae. Any of those liquids with vitality you can do enema with any of them, but this is the really smart stuff to do it with here. Because look, watch what this does. Yeah. What does this do? This is soap. See the hydrogen that forms on here? And you just let it sit there. It'll stay like that for hours. Okay. This is soap. You take it down this way. You put it up this way. You drip this in your eyeballs. You put it in your ears. This is fluids. This is really good to wash everything. Front, back, if you're a woman, excellent. Eyes. Swish out your mouth. You're smoking cigarettes? Every time you smoke, get that acid out of your mouth. Remember, most of the terrain that people have problems, if anybody got any gingivitis? Hexahydrate in the mouth. Swish it around for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Guarantee you in 2, 3 days, any types of burns you have, gingivitis, stops. Doesn't taste bad. Here, try a shot. Stuff that's good for you usually really doesn't taste good. Okay, it's got a little bit of a, you want to try?
Is that the magnesium?
This is magnesium hexahydrate. This is pharmaceutical grade. That other stuff that you see that a lot of the other brands, those are for exterior use only. They're not pharmaceutical grade. Don't put them in your water. There's a lot of the magnesium oils around. You'll notice that they're for external use only. They're not for the internal use. I see a lot of people putting this stuff in their water. No. This is pharmaceutical grade. It's a different story. 100% magnesium hexahydrate. So this is a finishing product. This is more for your skin. You can use it in your mouth. I don't really like to take any of these. You don't need to take any of this stuff internal. This is going through me this way, directly into my bloodstream. It doesn't have to bypass my stomach. It goes right into, and you put this on every cell in your body every day. You'll get actually one of the easiest, simplest therapeutic things for you to do is put peppermint, that's why I brought this here, and then we're done. Peppermint oil, every day, women. You put this on, put like 20 drops in your hands, and the way you activate this stuff is you rub it really fast to get some friction going. Okay? Like my hands get hot, and you put it under your armpits. Both sides. What's that?
I want to clean the scalp.
You can use, but you know, a lot of women have problems here. Look, anybody here has breast cancer only because you have a flow problem. Flow. Get the metal off the bras. Sitting in front of the computers. You're in a radiation zone, electrical magnetics. Those little metal stays, they accumulate. They bring in ionization radiation to the lymph glands here, and then you lose your electrical conductivity because it's 60 cycle electricity, and you're bringing it to you because you're wearing jewelry. Remember, women wear a lot more jewelry than guys do. That was a proven thing even with IUDs and different things. These things attract wherever you have the metal. Not so good. Anything else?
Robert, what is magnesium chloride?
Magnesium chloride is a
External use, you'll see that most of the magnesium chlorides are all for external use. Read the labels. They don't say anything for putting it internal. It's about 26 to 30% maximum magnesium. It's another form of it, but it's got about, actually I use this on the skin cleaning. I use the magnesium hexahydrate as a finisher. I put on the magnesium chloride and it burns a little bit. Okay? I use that as a dissolver. This is more of a finishing agent. This is for my magnesium and doesn't burn. The other stuff is actually a dissolver. It makes your skin thinner. It has different qualities. So the one is more of a dissolving agent, and this is more of a nutrifying agent, like that. And then once we use the magnesium chloride and I use the fulvic, then I put on coconut oil, rub it in, let it sit, and go in the sun, and then you just scrape it off. You see the black soot coming out of your pores. Yeah. Oh, when you did that one drop, let me see your tongue. Yeah, see, your tongue didn't turn black. See, this guy's pretty clean. Right? And you can tell he's clean. Look at the veins in his arms. Okay, it'd be a good draw for a nurse learning how to take blood.
I have a question. What's your daily way of nutrition now?
My nutrition's really sustainable right now. Very easy to run my life. I wake up in the morning, I have my tea, it has chia seeds in it. Any of these drinks, you can put chia. If you're hungry, you put in a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of chia in here. Look at the foam in here still. This will stay like this for hours. This stuff has so much hydrogen, and this only has maybe about a ½ inch of the concentrate we make. No, I don't put anything in here. No, I try to stay away from solate because the solate and the salt, the freshwater being and the salt water, they don't really get along too good. Yeah, I just use this by itself. I use my, the RO system I put together there. There are different systems you can get. Mine's like a Chevy. You can get Cadillacs. You pay a lot more money. It's not a Volkswagen, the one we have. It's a Chevy, and Chevy's a good car. You can spend a lot more money to be able to get better systems. I designed this one, it's 8 stages, it's like $450, cheap. You need a plumber, it's about $150 or so, sometimes even $200 depending on how much problems it is to be able to install it. But once you do this, you've got yourself water for a long time, and you can make all these things the base. Without clean water, you don't have a base. So, definitely.
Is it different than like an alkaline water machine? Because I actually had a bad experience with alkaline water machine, and then I did reading about it, like bleaching and minerals.
Most of the alkaline water machines aren't what they're cracked up to be.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see it's a marketing thing, especially these ones. Anything that's multi-level, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I just wouldn't. Not because of the product's so good, it's just because most likely you're just not really being effective on the money that you're spending.
Yeah, I just used somebody else's for a week and like felt like every day I had to sleep more. Like I was having.
Well, that might be secondary effects though because of detoxification.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to in order. Look, if you're taking, you don't really need to drink alkaline water in the beginning. What you're going to do is hydrate yourself. And if you are going to use one of those machines, as soon as you make it, you got to have your glass right there. I put in my couple little minerals. I have with my little magnets or the crystals in there, and I'd run the machine and it has to come out. It has to be super bubbly. And then you drink the bubbles down and don't burp it up. If you burp out the hydrogen, you're just wasting all your money. You got to keep it in and really like, and like hold it in. And it'll make you feel dizzy. Oh, that's some good high. It's hydrogen. And the best way I found out until your body can uptake hydrogen is we have one of those swings, the Omni swing. You hang upside down. You drink this stuff and you hang upside down and the bubbles go this way and they don't want to come out. But you'll notice that once you start drinking the hydrogen, you want to try to keep it down, and it's really upsetting at first there because you really want to burp it out right away because it's energy. Once your body can uptake it though, you can give the hydrogen to kids, and they call it, my kids call it energy water because you can give it to anybody and right away you watch the kids and they're running around like crazy. The adults, they don't, but the kids do because their bodies